Good morning. A reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14, verses 13 through 21. Now when Jesus heard this, he withdrew from there in a boat to a deserted place by himself. But when the crowds heard it, they followed him on foot from the towns. And when he went ashore, he saw a great crowd, and he had compassion for them, healing their sick. And when it was evening, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is now late. Send the crowds away so that they may go into the villages and buy food for themselves." But Jesus said, "They may not need to go away. You give them something to eat." And they said, "We have nothing here but 2 loaves, 2 fish, and 5 loaves." He said, "Bring them here to me." Then he ordered the crowds to sit down on the grass. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven and blessed and broke the loaves and gave them to the disciples. And the disciples gave them to the crowds, and they all ate and were filled. And they took up what was left over of the broken pieces, 12 baskets full. And those who ate were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. In our reading, Jesus is moved from compassion to action. He has lost a dear friend, and he is moved from compassion to action. The Greek word for deep compassion is pronounced this deep compassion, this deep emotion is something that Jesus feels, and it moves him into action. It moves him into feeding 5,000 plus people with only 5 pieces of bread and 2 fish, multiplying the food, feeding the multitude, and having abundance left over. Compassion to action. I leave you with this food of thought. What deep compassion will move you into action, and how will that movement change someone's life?